So I think we've got the stream set up working now. The main thing I want to work on is disabling pre-rolls on Twitch, which, okay, in order to properly disable them, I looked this up, you need to be an affiliate with Twitch, which means you need to have a certain number of viewers, so that's not happening at the moment. But I think if I run a certain number of ads every so often, pre-rolls will be off. So right now it shows that pre-rolls are enabled. So like, can I click this, play ad? Okay, yeah, so I can click that and I can choose, I guess this is how long the ad is. So how often do you need to run ads? Twitch, how often ads to disable pre-rolls? Disabling pre-rolls. Runs a 30-second ad break. Pre-rolls will be disabled for the next 10 minutes. When a streamer runs a 1-minute ad break, pre-roll ads will be disabled for the next 20 minutes. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, so 30 seconds per 30 seconds per or sorry, 10 minutes per 30 seconds. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I mean, I don't think people would really want to sit there through 2 minutes of ads. But if I did 60 seconds, that would be 20 minutes. I'd have to then remember to manually click this button every 20 minutes, or else pre-rolls come back on. So yeah, maybe it makes sense to do 90 seconds then, just so it's every 30 minutes that I have to remember to click this. So it's 11:20 right now, so I have to remember to click this before 11:50. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The activity feed just went blank. Well, we'll see what happens there in a bit. But for now, I guess nobody can see what I'm doing right now because actually, no, the people on YouTube can. It's the people on Twitch who wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. Right. I did pull, right? I did pull before I opened this. I think so. Let's just double check while this is opening. Yeah. Okay. So, let's get through this. It's being really slow in opening right now. I'm not sure why. Yeah, why is it having to re-import everything? That's odd. It's like some kind of cache got deleted. Oh yeah, I gotta open the YouTube chat on my phone. Wait, what? Hold on. Does it show that this stream ended 3 minutes ago? Or is it... No, because it shows that I'm live right now. Oh, okay. That's just a bit of a funky UI. There we go. Okay. Anyways, back to it. Okay, so I did do some changes in the meantime, fix some unrelated bugs, but I also fixed some things related to the bumpers. So the bumpers now... you shouldn't get stuck in them when they move towards you now. That should be fixed. And additionally, or that is fixed, rather. Actually, let's just play this quickly so we can see. Why is it popping up this load errors window? Still building. Okay. That's weird. Delete my save files, did it? No. Okay. It's also kind of loud. There. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. Bumpers still work. moving bumpers, if you get hit by them, you don't get stuck inside of them anymore. And they actually push you away harder if they're bumping you in the direction they're moving. So look how hard that one pushes me. And then this one pushes even harder. Yeah. Oh god. It just bounces me all around. Oh my gosh. Okay. Plan. See, we just get ejected by that one way down here. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not so easy to get through here quickly, huh? I think we'll we'll have to. I mean, we can always reduce the number of bumpers if we find the number of bumpers is too problematic. But for now, it seems kind of fun. Okay. So what are we doing? So this next room. This next room we want to put some enemies in. So why don't we place those enemies first? So I was thinking of having armored mini-boss? No, not that one. Okay, let's start with the simpler minions. Like a spike minion. A shotgun minion. And pop minions. And wait, there is only one variant of pop minion, right? There are two, but I think that's the one I want. Because there's a special variant that aggro, or that doesn't aggro on you until it has line of sight, which is what I'm worried about. If I look at Hall of Souls entryway, I know we use them here. So like if I scroll down, we should see some pop minions somewhere here. Yeah, here. So these are instances of... What scene is this? Oh my gosh. Why doesn't it tell me what scene it is? There. Entity type pop minion. Yeah. Okay. Because the other one is the mini boss. Is entity type mini boss. Yeah. So, okay, yes. This one is good. Excuse me. So then the other thing we probably want is a more challenging enemy, like the mini boss. Mini boss, well, okay, with all of these enemies, the problem is that they don't move very quickly, right? So they won't be able to keep up with you. Now, the armored mini boss in particular has a teleport move it can use to keep up with you, but the problem with that is you can never get away from it. So I don't think we want it chasing you through the entire rest of this level. That would be kind of dumb. So we could have a variant of it that just de-aggros when you get far enough away. But I think it would probably make more sense to have a variant of the mini-boss that exclusively uses the dash attack, because that would allow it to somewhat keep up with you. Yeah. Okay. So, with that in mind... Oh my gosh. Where... No, those are the walls. Here. Okay, so we're gonna spread these 3 types of enemies throughout the room and the mini boss type of enemy, which we have to go make. Okay, so what is up with this load errors pop up? Is that like in the background or something? Like if I move this window, no, I don't see it. Oh, that's really weird. I don't know why that's suddenly happening. I didn't update it or anything. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. So the mini boss, this shouldn't be too hard to make a variant of it. Should be pretty easy. We already have a number of variants of the mini boss, so this is gonna be, yeah, I guess it'll be a variant of the normal mini boss. Yeah, so that way you can kill it. Mini boss 2 is a harder version with some really dumb attacks. The pop mini boss is a variant with some more limited attacks that spawns pop minions, which I don't think is going to be super effective here. And the armored mini boss, yeah, we just talked about that. Okay, so let's duplicate this scene. Actually, wait. Are these inherited scenes? No, they're not. They are duplicates. Okay. Let's duplicate this scene and we'll call this one Bumper Mini Boss. And oh, and do these other ones have different types? No, they still have type Mini Boss. Okay. So that's fine. And then we probably want them to have less health. Oh, and they should be vulnerable. Vulnerable, less health, like how much health are we talking about? Okay, I mean, like, Spike Minions have, like, 12 health, right? Which is already pretty tanky for a race level. But I'm not really expecting you to kill these enemies. I think the most important thing is that they don't die in a single javelin. So we can just give them, like, 14 health. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then the important part is that over here, there's a phase. This, I know it says mini boss, but it's actually saying mini boss phase. And so there's a special, we have to add a new phase that'll limit what attacks it can use. Okay, that shouldn't take more than a moment. Here, data types, networking, data type. This is a bad programming pattern. Do not do what you're seeing here. Bumper mini, oops. Okay. And then we gotta actually go make use of that. So over under entity, mini boss. Yeah, we have like these different phases here. So we just go in new file, bumper mini boss phase.cs. Okay. And then let's just go copy. I don't normally do my coding over here, so it's not all set up very well. Right, so it's not in the CS proj, which is very annoying. This doesn't automatically add to the CS proj. I guess we should just Control F for mini boss. Here. Bumper mini boss phase. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we need to name this bumper mini boss phase, and then use the data type that we just added, bumper mini boss. What the heck? And so the possible attack types, yeah, idle, And the triangle, that's the dash. And there we go. Done. That's all we need to do. Now we can just build this, and then we should be able to select the bumper mini boss phase as the phase here, and that's all hooked up then. And that's all we need to do. Last item in the list. There it is. Okay. Cool. So now we can go here. Bumper mini boss. Woohoo. Okay. All right. Let me shrink some of this stuff so we have a little more space on screen here. Okay. So, now I seem to recall last time I was looking at this, I was thinking, the problem is it's going to be very easy to run past these enemies, especially like Spike Minion and Shotgun Minion. They're very slow. So we kind of want to arrange the levels so you have to weave around them. Like how these bumpers are things that are obstacles you have to maneuver around, right? So let me just like grab one of these. I don't think I want this whole big room to be like a linear path you have to follow, but what we can do is we can do some stuff like this, right? So it's just limiting how you can move through the room, forcing you to kind of snake around, right? And then like we can go one there. Maybe I should make this change the snap for this to 24, because I don't want to always be able to let the player sneak through, right? I want to make sure this gap is small enough the player can't fit through. So probably what I'll do is I'll try and make it so there's like 3 paths here, right? So we'll do like this, this, and then we'll have one up here. Like that, so you can either fit through here, or through here, right? And then we can, yeah, do like this, right? So now you can either squeeze through this tiny gap or you can go through the center. Actually, no. Let's further restrict this. So let's make it so that if you're going to come over here, you got to go down this way. I don't want to make this like limited paths, right? So like just like this. So actually probably like stick another bumper in here, like over here or something, right? Yeah, so you can either kind of come down this side and like go through here, or you can kind of come around here, or you can kind of head down the center-ish. There's a couple options, right? And I think of these paths at the moment, the easiest 2 are probably down this side and down the center. So those are the 2 we probably want to create the most obstacles for down here. So it's not just an easy choice. Actually, Maybe it would also be good to like just jam a bumper in here and then take this and move it like that. So now there is a tiny spot you can go through there, but you know, you're gonna have to kind of slow down and be kind of precise to fit through there. Yeah. And then so we kind of want to make it a little easier on this far right side because it's a little hard to get over to. And then we want to kind of create a blockade along the center here. So if you were just like going down the center and like keeping it easy, this is going to force you to go to the side and take a different path. No, I think we'll leave a more open space here. I think that's fine. But we'll put a bumper like right in the corner here. Yeah. And then we'll do like this as well. Yeah, I like this. There's a fair bit of open space, but there's still, you still have to contend with the bumpers, and yeah, we can just have enemies mixed in and through here. No laser minions, that would be too obnoxious. But other kinds of minions, yeah. Okay, so now which is the easiest path? Probably the easiest path at this point is either going down the is probably going down the center and then heading down this way, right? Or alternatively, heading over this way. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just create some obstacles and see how the level evolves. So yeah, you can totally just head down through here, but again, like, it's a little tighter, right? It's easier to have your javelin bounce off and fly off somewhere you don't want it to go. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so if you did go along this side, it's fairly easy to stick to the walls, which is maybe a problem, right? Probably what I should do, although it is a bit of a long way around to go, so maybe that's not such an issue. Yeah, that's true. If you do go along the outer wall, that's kind of like the shortest or the longest path. Like, keep in mind, because this whole thing is bent, the shortest path is to come from here, cut this corner as tightly as you can, and then head down this way. So considering that, you probably do want to come down here, head through the center, and then snake around through here, right? And so in that case, having this little choke point is kind of nice. Whereas if you go over this way, maybe it's a little, yeah, maybe let's remove this. Because, yeah, if you go over this way, okay, now it's easier, but it's also longer, right? So that seems kind of balanced. And so maybe let's just throw an annoying obstacle in here. Well, I think you actually kind of want to cut right through here, ideally. Okay, well, I'll allow you to for now. Yeah. And then let's, over here, I kind of want to do a big cutoff and force you either to go around over here or to go all the way around over here. I think this level is probably going to need more than 3 minutes to complete, to be honest. That kind of gets right in the way of your optimal path, forcing you to go around in some capacity, right? So I think that's good. This is kind of a big open space. I'm just going to jam something random in the middle there. Okay. We're almost done placing bumpers in this portion. So if you're coming here, you want to go straight down. So let's get in your way. Let's just put some bumpers in your way. I will let you, but yeah, let's do it like where you have to do like a precise movement around. That sounds fun. And so again here you can like slip through this with like a precise movement through here, maybe a little less precise than that. Yeah, precise movement through there, or you can just go around and take the easy way through the center. I like this whole setup because I think it makes for a lot of fun, interesting decisions during gameplay of do I go this way or that way, and like there's not an obvious best way to go, right? And I also like that there's lots of open space in here where I can put enemies who just, you know, either that your javelin can stick into or that can then start pushing you around if they're pop minions, or that can just attack you and potentially kill you. And dangerous extra things to watch out for. So now you're frantically trying to find the best way to go whilst also trying to avoid being killed by these things. There's not going to be that many enemies. Like, I don't want this to be like a I'm going to die like any second now kind of dangerous situation. But at the same time, you know, present some threat to, you know, add a little more frantic urgency to the situation. So yeah, you're either going to come through here, in which case let's just put like one more bumper in an annoying spot. Or you're going to come down the middle here, in which case let's put like 2 bumpers in an annoying spot. Or you're going to come down the side here, in which case let's put 3 bumpers in an annoying spot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this seems cool. This does seem cool. Um, okay, let's spread some of these minions around. So this spike minion. So the spike minions, they're good enemies to stick in choke points because they can get in your way, right? So like, where are the choke points here? If you come up here, like there's a choke point sort of here, right? Can we rotate these on 45 degrees? Okay. There's a choke point like right here. There's a choke point like here. Yeah, it probably needs to be more like this. There's a choke point here. Actually, let's put them a little more like this. Yeah. There's another choke point here. Let's put them like that. Yeah. There's a choke point down here. Let's just do them like that. Maybe we don't need one in every single choke point, though. Like, let's take him out of this one. But over here, we can move this guy over here. This guy, okay, yeah, if he's here, maybe he will actually do something one day. It's gonna be so easy to run past so many of these enemies. Yeah, another guy like over here. Actually, yeah, okay. I don't want to put one in here. I feel like that's gonna be too obnoxious. Yeah, no, let's just. That's good for spike minions. Okay, for pop minions, they're gonna be good in enclosed spaces. So like here, like where there's not that much space between the bumpers, right? Oops. Yeah. Oh, and then maybe two more. One like right here and one like right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. And then mini bosses, these are going to be good in big open spaces. So there's not going to be very many of these. We'll have one like, yeah, like right here. And another one over here. I don't know if we'll have one in the earlier part of this. I don't think we will. We'll leave the mini bosses more to the latter portion, but we'll have another one here. And a last one. Well, if we have that here, we should probably get rid of this spike minion, huh? Actually, I say that. I think I should then put a spike minion, like, over here. Just because there's not many minions along the outer edge. Okay, so that's those. There's only, like, 4 mini-bosses. They're fairly dangerous enemies, so I don't want to have that many. And then the shotgun minions. They're going to be good in places where you have to go slow and where they can see you in advance. How many places is that? Probably not many. I don't know. I'll put these where there's not many other minions, right? Like right here, for instance, there's not much. And then I also think along this, well, along both edges, actually. Yeah, like another one right here, perhaps. And then another one there. And here. Go like right there. And then one right at the end. Yeah. Okay. And then we have this bumper room. And then we have the final room. Wow, it is coming along really quickly. So, hang on. For the final room, like, okay, the gimmick of the first room is that all of these bumpers are moving. The gimmick of the second room is that there's a bunch of enemies. The gimmick of the third room, well, the third room of this particular shape, obviously, there's some rooms in between. The gimmick of the third room is that, what? Is the accelerators. So I think what we want to do is we want to have a whole ton of bumpers and a whole ton of accelerators. Like, just a lot of both. And unlike this room where the bumpers kind of form walls, I think we want to just have the bumpers a little more scattered, not forming walls. So you have a lot more capability to bounce off in between them as a result of the accelerators, right? And I think there probably should be some moving bumpers in here. Okay, let's start with the bumpers. Actually, let's start with the moving bumpers. So, like, let's take this, duplicate, down to here, and then take this and then move it. Yeah. And then set it up like here. do something silly with this, like there, and then we'll actually duplicate the marker. Oh, just realized the green lines don't draw properly with multiple of them, but that's okay. No, actually no, just leave it there. But I am then going to duplicate this entire thing and move the same concept down here. And then 2, no, this 2, it's up there, 3 goes there, and 4 goes there. Yeah, and then let's take the cycle time of both of these and yeah, not 1 second, like 4 seconds for the whole thing. Which is still pretty fast considering how much distance they're covering. I don't want to have too many moving bumpers, but I do want to have a couple to try and inhibit you from just avoiding all the bumpers, because that wouldn't be fun if you just like went around all of the bumpers. That would be really lame. The whole point of this level is to have fun bumping into the bumpers. So we'll do another one right here. Okay. Hey, what's the time on this? The cycle time? Yeah, let's change that to 2 seconds. I think 1 second for these kinds of distances is a little silly. Okay, I need to get water. I'll be right back. Okay. Now the rest of these bumpers we want to be static bumpers, I think. So I'm just gonna randomly scatter bumpers around. Ooh. This is starting to look like a Poisson distribution. Poisson disk sampling? Is that what it's called? Anyways. Not all that random. But that's okay. That's probably the best way to do this. that's the bumpers, and then we just need to lay down the accelerators. I do think I want to try and lay down the accelerators in such a way that they will push you into the bumpers in a generally helpful manner. Accelerator. So, for instance, well, maybe actually let me move this one a little bit like this. Like that. Yeah. I'm basically just going around adding one accelerator per bumper at this point, which, I mean, I think that's probably fine. Well, as a starting point. We're gonna have to test this out and see how it works. Oh, yeah, fun thing here. Do this. Hang on. Yeah, like that. So, like, basically you have this accelerator runway right where it pushes into a moving bumper. Yes. So it should just catapult you off into oblivion. That sounds pretty fun. What? Oh man, I can just imagine players seeing that accelerator runway and going like, "Oh my gosh, that's like the most tempting thing ever to step on board that." It just sends you flying. Actually, let me do this one like this. Yeah. we can do another accelerator runway here. Oh, I just realized these aren't actually quite aligned. It should be like that. Yeah, like that. This should be a pretty interesting end to this level. Because I do find that at the end of the race levels, oh, another person to ban. Hang on. The end of the race levels generally end up being really frantic. Possible ban evader, yes. They end up being really frantic because you can see the timer running out and you're like, I only have a few seconds, I gotta go really fast, and see you're pulling out like all the desperate like last attempt strategies to try and make it there in time. Gotta get another accelerator runway. Let's line this one up like right here. And then we're gonna have another one like right here. Oh, did I just do? Okay, messed that up. It's okay. Like that. You just imagine going down this. Why do these two look closer together than these ones? Ah, like that. There you go. It's gonna send you flying so fast. Right into a bumper. Any other moving bumpers? Yes, over here. So let's go get another accelerator group. I feel like this should be moved back a little bit. Like this. Yeah. I don't think it should overlap with the moving bumper it's accelerating you into. Yeah. Okay. More accelerators. Okay. Cool. And maybe before testing the gameplay, I should go add lights, candelabras, torches, like, because otherwise, I'm just gonna accidentally throw my light javelin at some point, and everything's gonna go to hell. Yeah. Okay. Actually, also before I start testing this seriously, I should have a timer of some sort. I guess I can use a stopwatch on my phone. That'll work. Yeah. Okay. Because I need to be able to time how long it takes me to know what the right balance is for difficulty. Yeah. This is quite a silly level. Okay. Candelabras. They are up here. Somewhere. There. Yes. Okay, starting with this one. yeah, I guess I should change the snap actually back to 48. Okay. Where is 16? Oh, it's over there. It's in the wall. Okay. Where is 24? There it is. Whoops. What did I just do? Oh, and I forgot. I gotta attach all these to pillars. Ah! Okay, we'll worry about that later. Why don't I see 33? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now it's getting into there, which is fine. I do need to put torches throughout here. Well, I guess this part's less important because, well, you can attack the enemies to get your light streak back. That's true. It's this part, or this third room, where we need torches. I mean, okay, we need torches in the second room too, but for gameplay purposes, we only need torches. What the heck? Where is 52? What's that one? Oh, we've just got a random 53 over here. Okay. Sure. Why not? You know, do I really need to attach all the torches to, or all the candelabras to, pillars? Because it's not like any of the pillars here can be destroyed. Like, the only thing that would have been enough force to do that is the, like, explosion attack of the mini-bosses, but I disabled that because I made it so that they would use, what am I trying to say? The dash attack only. So they can't even destroy them. pot mains can't destroy walls. The spike mains can't destroy walls. Shotgun mains can't. You can't. So there's no concern, is there? Unless I add a mechanic to the level later that can destroy walls, which would be problematic. Also, these two pillars... that makes my life a fair bit easier to just not have to attach these candelabras to pillars. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, basically, I need to put candelabras into this final room. Then, we actually need to playtest the level and balance the level, and then I just need to do the decorations, the background walls, the floors, the fog, get that working properly, and the what's the other thing I'm trying to think of? The lighting, get that working properly. Like, yes, I'm putting candelabras in there. Oh, and like curving this line to make it nice and smooth. Yeah. So that's all the final stage. Yeah, there's really 3 stages. Stage 1, build out the level. Stage 2, test the level and play test the level and make sure that's all working nice. And stage 3 is polished, like, appearance stuff. And so we're almost finished stage 1 here, which is probably the longest of the stages. Yeah, it's definitely the longest stage. Like, playtesting and playtesting can be long, but it won't be as long as this. And then the making the level look nice won't be as long. Okay. Actually, right now, before I forget, I should go see if I can put the food away, because otherwise I don't want to leave it out too long. Let me go do that right now. Okay, that's done. You know, I think there should be at least one candelabra on each of these, like, sets of pillars. And if we go back to here, so this one is missing a light. 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 Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa, what the heck happened there? That's not on the wall. Okay. Actually, let's do it like here. No. Let's do it like here. Yeah. Sure. Okay, we're slowly getting done. We're halfway done this room. This is always my least favorite part of like building levels. It's just the interior decoration. It's so annoying because you feel like you have to put enough thought in to avoid like doing simple repeating patterns that like make the level bland and uninteresting. But it still doesn't take like a lot of brain power, so you end up like you end up having to put just enough brain power into it that it's annoying, but you can't just zone out. Okay. Save that. And before my computer decides to fry its hard drive, let's commit this. Okay. Okay. The only other thing I really have to do with building out the level is putting candelabras in some of the other rooms. And or torches. And or other forms of lighting. But, like, luminous tiles. But, yeah. Okay. So this is not a serious attempt at the level. This is just me trying to go through, you know, not super slowly. Yeah, that was not great. Okay, so yeah, we wanna... Whoa, what am I doing with my mouse? Oh gosh. Oh, that was slick. And that kind of caught us up. That, huh? Oh gosh. Okay, I was trying to do something fancy there. Look at that. That was also an attempt to do something fancy that didn't really work out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. How exactly am I stuck in here? This is new. Okay, well, I mean, I can get myself out with a teleport, but that's not an ability you would always have by this point. Okay. It's weird how it only triggers that at, like, some angles? Huh. Well, that's not good. We might have to have some kind of unstuck functionality. But anyways, for now... Where's light grapple? Why is that so inconsistent? Wait. Oh, I can't add a code here. Dang it! Okay, we'll add light grapple regardless. So I can't get stuck again. Okay. No! You hit me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm actually kind of keeping up. Well, scratch that. That one bumper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No! Wait, is it just got me stuck in a loop? What the heck? No, 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 no! Okay. But now there's the question of how do I get out of here? Okay. Yeah, we definitely still have problems with getting stuck between bumpers that we need to definitely address. Bumpers are now, like, terrifying potential trips into the... well, not exactly into the back rooms, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, that could have been worse. I have an idea on how to fix this. Okay, so yeah, we're in here now, and then like you just go through here, and then like, okay, I can just... Oh, that was nice. Got a nice speed boost. Oh gosh, there's a dude here. Oh, his AI is disabled. Ha! Yeah, like, most of these enemies can't really do anything. Like, the pop minions are coming after me, and I think they might prove a problem later on. But, like, the spike minions, and the shotgun minions, I just sit past. Oh gosh. Uh-oh, okay, this is fine. No, it's not fine. Dang it! Okay, but now my grapple is going in the right direction. Okay. Okay, we got out of there. Oh gosh. Wait, this is actually kind of cool. Okay, I like this room. The accelerators just push you along in all the right ways. Well, for the most part. Okay. Overall, seems cool. I do have a couple issues. The biggest one being the ability to get stuck in the bumpers or pass through them completely. That is a problem. Yeah. That is issue number one. Issue number two is that a lot of these enemies are just not really doing much of anything. Like, even the pop minions can't really do anything. They just don't keep up with you. So, okay, first things first. The bumper mini boss here. So this needs to actually have its AI enabled. That's important. Okay, that should make that part more interesting. And then I think the other thing I want to do is I want to make these pop minions faster. And maybe I could actually increase the speed of the spike minions and shotgun minions here too. But the thing about that is it's potentially like, I don't know. Like, I'm concerned that if they attack faster, that's going to throw the player off, because these minions appear in a lot of other places and they always work exactly the same way, right? And then it's weird to just have one place where, oh yeah, actually they're like hyperspeed in here. What? But might be necessary in order to get them to actually contribute to this level. I did find that for the most part, I felt like I had a lot of space to maneuver. But I also wasn't pressured to go like super duper fast here because, well, I mean, I'd already clearly lost on time by this point. So, um, yeah. I think this might play differently when you're more pressured. And even if it doesn't, the presence of like the mini bosses is going to change it up, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. The pop minions, I would like them to move twice as fast. So let's see here. Minion. Pop minion. Here we go. Okay, so let's just duplicate this and go bumper pop minion. Okay. And then these guys are going to be literally exactly the same, except their speed is doubled. I feel like if they have doubled speed, that's going to be... Let's also double their turn rate. And I guess we'll double their pounce distance. We might have trouble with this. In fact, it's probably... Well, wait. Let me remember how the logic on that works. So, pop minion. So it's when... Who the heck is it? Okay. If phi is greater than the cutoff degrees, then it evaluates this attack. Okay, so... yeah, if we wanted it to never do the cutoff maneuvers, then you would set this very high. I think we do want this one to never do the cutoff maneuvers. So if we set this to like 1,000, right? It'll never have a degrees from its facing direction to you of 1,000. That doesn't make sense. It can only go up to 360, or it can only go up to plus minus 180. So that should never happen then, which is great. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then so this is the bumper pop minion now. So like if we go click on one of these pop minions here, we will see that they don't have those stats I just gave them, right? So what I have to do is we have to go to here, open in File Manager. Here, edit the scene file directly, and then somewhere here, yeah, here it's referencing pop minion. What we do is we just change this to reference bumper pop minion. Whoops, has to be a real scene. Bumper pop minion. There you go. And now when we reopen this, everything is going to be exactly the same, except it's referencing the other pop minion scene. Well, something didn't work about that. Is this a case of I need to restart Godot? Maybe. I've done this before, I'm pretty sure. Unless there's multiple references to Pop Minion here. Oh. Oh, dang it. I shouldn't have. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay, let me restart Godot, because there's no reference to that other scene. And just to be clear, I did edit the right scene. So that's that one. Bumper Pop Minion is that one. Yes, okay. Restart Godot. I think it's being silly. What? No. Godot. Here. Where are we? Tomb of the Forgotten. Okay. Then if we go up here and we click on one of these. What the heck? Yeah, and it's still okay. Maybe I have to change the UID as well. Or actually, I have a better idea. Maybe what I can do is I can go to the Bumper Pop Minion scene, because Godot should now know this is referenced by Tomb of the Forgotten. So if I change like cutoff degrees to 360 and save, that should then mean that when it opens Tomb of the Forgotten, that it reloads. Right? Yeah, it didn't reload. Come on! Wait, no. No. Here. So firstly, if I do Pop Minion... Yeah, like here it's not storing any of those properties I'm seeing, right? It's just storing that it's an instance of external resource 11DRO45, right? Oh, but this, you know what? It's probably this. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, that makes more sense. Environment entity type Pop Minion. Yeah. So this. There you go. Close these. Close this. Open this. There you go. There we go. Okay, so that should fix those minions. I don't really want to force you to fight minions in this level, because I don't want to have gates where it's like the gates don't open until you kill a minion, because I think the fun part of this level is like the moving with the bumpers, right? And I think forcing you to slow down and fight enemies isn't really contributing to that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not really sure what I should best do about the spike minions and the shotgun minions, but right now they are really doing nothing. So if I go to like this shotgun minion, right? Whoops. Not that. Close that. Shotgun minion. So this has a line of sight thing. Okay, so this is... So like in the shotgun minion thing here, right? It'll be like... It'll check if it has line of sight to target, which is from the base attack. I probably just could have clicked on has line of sight to target. I'm not really... Oh, there it is. I'm not really trusting this. Okay, autonomous removal. Yeah, so like close that. So line of sight. Right. So the line of sight collides with rock and tall environment. Okay, so the bumpers do need to be considered tall environment because that's what the javelin collides with, right? But we could have a variant of the shotgun minion whose view is not obstructed by tall environment. But there's also a limit on how far away it will shoot you from, right? Like, because if we do this, max target distance is 1200, right? But what we could do for the shotgun minion specifically, this wouldn't really help with the spike minion, but for the shotgun minion, yeah, you make it so that the target distance is something massive, like 10,000. And the line of sight is either not checked or just doesn't collide with anything. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the thing to do there. Okay, so I'll do that. What do we do about... Okay, so then my other design issues are, what do I do about spike minions? And how do I avoid you getting stuck in things over here? Yeah. Okay, so for spike minions... Okay, so what I kind of am thinking with spike minions, it might be fun to have them, like a variant of them with a different color eye, so you can tell that it's a different variant of the spike minion, right? And then what you do is you have it be that when it hurls itself and like it extends its spikes, it like hurls itself, right? Like doesn't just go a few steps, but you know, like it does now, but like just flies off into oblivion. And that'll cause it to hit the bumpers and go flying, right? Which should be fun. So I think that's what I'll do with the spike minions. Okay, so I gotta create a variant of the spike minion. I gotta create a variant of the shotgun minion. Okay. And then for getting stuck in these. So like, the reason I allow you to pass through them in the first place is because this is how I solved the problem of you getting stuck in bumpers that move on top of you. Because what happens is when they move on top of you, the bumper itself doesn't have collision. It's a static object following a fixed path. So when it gets on top of you, you're inside of it. And so when it tries to push you away, well, the collision, like the movement fails because it's colliding with the bumper itself. Probably the fix for this and for the shotgun minions is to make it so that bumpers aren't environment. We probably need to add another collision layer for bumpers specifically, and we're gonna have to make a whole bunch of things collide with bumpers. But then what I can do then is wait, how does this help? It doesn't, right? Because if you're stuck in the bumper, you can't move out of it unless the bumper is intangible to you. And if it's intangible to you, then you can move through it and get stuck behind it, right? So, like, there's no way of winning this. You either can get stuck behind it, and it's a problem, or you can't. Or you can't, and then you can get stuck in it. Okay, so wait, how many bumpers can you even get stuck behind? Because, like, these ones have gaps you can get out from, right? So maybe that's the solution. We just provide gaps so you can get out from behind a bumper. Because, like, nothing in here is going to trap you behind it, right? Yeah. And then, like, after this room, I don't think anything here can trap you. Just checking. And you can't get trapped behind these. Yeah, and you can't get trapped behind anything here either. Wait. Wasn't there, like... What about this one? This, yeah, you can get trapped behind this one. So if we, oh wait, hold on. Snap to 24. Like, probably the better way to fix this, I'm just thinking, is make it so that all of them have a way to get out from behind them. And so you can't get trapped behind any of them, even if the physics glitch out, right? So, like, okay, going through here, you can't get, these ones are fine. This one is not fine, right? So that's enough space, right? Because that's all that this has, and I know you can get out from that. Yeah, okay. And then you can get out from behind those, and then this you could get stuck behind. So we do that. And this, you can kind of, you might be able to get wedged in there. So what did I click on? What are you selecting? This candelabra? Oh my gosh. Bumper 40. Can we just move all these candelabras to before the bumpers? This is going to be very annoying otherwise. This is why it's dumb that Godot selects by the lowest in the scene tree instead of selecting what you actually clicked on. now I should just be able to click on that. There we go. There. That should be space now. I think you can avoid getting stuck in there. Okay. And then let's pull both of these on either end out like that. And then this, I don't think you can get stuck in there, but let's just give it a little bit of extra space regardless. And similarly with this, I don't think you can get stuck in there, but I'm just going to give you the space. I really don't want players getting stuck between these things. Oh, I see. That's why it's not moving side to side. I grabbed the vertical hook. Okay, and then these ones you can get stuck between. So do this. I'm not sure if you can fit out there. I think it should move a little more. Yeah, now you can definitely fit through that. Okay, so you shouldn't be able to get stuck in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then we have these three. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, that like that. I'm not sure if that's enough space there. Like that. Yeah, okay, so that creates space behind those. Although with this one in particular, I don't think I really want you to be able to go through here. That seems kind of cheating. Well, not exactly cheating, but you know, it seems like an optimal shortcut that's a little too easy to do. So let me do this. That cuts that off. Excuse me. There. Okay, so you still can't get trapped because you can escape over here, but yeah. There, now you can get out from behind that one. And I think I'm going to remove this one completely because I think this is the one that allowed, like, bumped into this one, which bumped me into this one, which bumped me through, and that's how I passed through this way, which was very unfortunate. So I'm going to remove this bumper. We'll move this one closer like this, but yeah. Anyways, over here. There, if you get down here, you can get out that way. If you get over here, you can get out that way. Great. See, like right in there is, I bet, a spot you could get stuck. So just, yeah, do that. There, yeah. Now that's enough space you can squeeze out. This one is evil. We got to adjust the walls for this one. Yeah. just like that. Now there's space on all sides of it. Okay, great. Then up here, so like you could get stuck in there, for instance. So this one needs to pull away from the wall. Like that. Yeah. And similarly with this one. I'm not sure if you can pass behind this one, so I'm just going to do that. And then like that. Okay, yeah. So that should all be clear then. And then, yeah, you can get out from behind that one. This one might be a little bit of a problem, but that should be fine there. Okay. No, just like that. Okay. That one should be fine. That one should be fine. Oh, this one's not. These two aren't fine. Yeah. This should go like that, and this should go like. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, this one looks like you might be able to get stuck behind it here. There. Actually, same with this one. Okay. And same with this one. Same with this one. Okay, now I've got to double check everything. That one's good. That one's fine. Okay, I don't need to double check the room with the moving ones because they're all moving. What about down here? No, that looks good. Okay, cool. That should fix that problem. Okay, so I think the other thing I want to do right now is I want to put the well, no. Because the candelabras in the second room are really part of decoration. Yeah, okay. So we can consider now that stage 1, building the level, is completely done. And next stage, playtesting, has begun. The next thing I want to do for that is I want to tweak the behavior of the shotgun minion and the spike minions in that middle room. And then after that, yeah, more playtesting, timing the level. Yeah, so next time, come back to work on this, which will probably be Wednesday. I will, yeah, I'll have the spike minion and the shotgun minion adjusted, and we can start. Hopefully, check out this middle room, and yeah, because like of all the rooms here, like from my playtest I just did, this first room, it sucks, but it's a good tutorial, and that's what's important. This room, it's okay. It's decent. I like it. I like it, how it really challenges the way you think about these things, and can demonstrate both them speeding you up as well as pushing you back. And then I like this room, how you're trying to speed through like these tight gaps. It's not my favorite room, especially when we get stuck in it, but I like the concept and how it's a change of pace. I don't know how I feel about this room yet because it's not working properly. This room, it's okay. It's okay. It's kind of short, but it's okay. Yeah. I think what I might end up doing for this room, I might change this room. I might add it so that there's 4 columns of bumpers instead of just 2, and then make it so that at the end of the room there's like a V that funnels you into here, so that you can't get stuck in the corner like I did. Actually, I should probably do that. Yeah, let me do that now. Hang on. And then this room, I really like this room. This room is a lot of fun. This is my favorite room. Okay. Let's do this. Why can I not click? Oh, I can click on this wall. I have clicked on the wall. I should change the stamp to 48. 48. Okay. Okay. All right. Go to here. Whoa, I'm seeing a singular star right now. That's weird. Disappeared kind of quickly. Okay, and then I'm thinking, actually, because, okay, I need the V at the end, right? So, like, yeah. Delete that, and then delete that, and then take this. What did I just do? Okay, duplicate that, move it over to here, then duplicate it again and move it to there. And I guess the easiest way to do this is just grab all this. Nope. Grab all this, move it to here, and then duplicate, move it to there. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, here, I guess we need to shrink this wall. Because what I need to do is like this. So length 6, and then end outer corner. Okay, end default. So 67. Start default length 67. Yeah. Okay, that should make that room better. So even if you get jammed through it on one side, you're not going to immediately be jammed up against the wall. You'll still be in between some level of them, and then once you make it to the bottom, you can't get stuck in the corner. You'll have this V to funnel you out. Yeah. Okay, there. That should be a lot better for that. Cool. Lots of stuff happening here now. All right. That's it for now, I think. Okay. All right. Yeah, so for next time, I will have the changes to the shotgun minion and the spike minion done, or rather the variants of them created and plopped into this level, and then yeah, we can get back to playtesting it. Hopefully get the timer set, and then we're on to decorations. Nice. Cool. Okay. That's all. Oh, I totally forgot to run the ads multiple times. Right. I did. I clicked run them once, and then, yeah. I don't know why the button to run them has disappeared, though. That's strange.